Hi folks, welcome back. This is lesson 3 of the MDI YMCA's video on demand beginner Tai Chi series. What I'd like to do now is just do a quick little run through of what we've done before. So I'll perform this mirror image. Feel free to follow along. From a nice upright position with our tail just a little bit tucked, just kind of in a natural place. Our head raised up so that we're nice and long in our spine. We're going to shift our weight onto our right leg so that we can gently step out. Arms rise, elbows sink back. Repulse monkey. Brush knee. Let's do that one more time. Let's do that with my back to you this time. This will be more natural, like you were here in the studio following along. Nice. Now just a reminder, here's a couple of things that I'd like us to focus on today. And one is begin being used to turning at the waist. Now the waist on our belt. So if I put my attention there and I turn without turning my hips, today I can only go about that far. But you know what? That's okay, because each one of us is in a different place in our body, and if we just work within our limits and maybe right a little bit to the edge, we'll gradually get better. All right, and that twisting motion, that turning motion at the waist is going to come into play. It comes into play when we and for the next move that comes in play as we step out, embracing the moon, and turn. This is a move called parting the wild horse's mane. Now, just as an aside, it's the horse's mane that's wild, not the horse itself. So we could call this probably more accurately parting the horse's wild mane. All right. Now, let's examine for a moment. Let's examine the arms. So we start from a position of holding a sphere. Imagine a sphere here that we can roll. We call this embracing the moon. Okay? Now, from embracing the moon, our hands are basically just going to go up and down, almost like a little toy. But as this hand drops down, it's going to come out just a little bit. So there's a little bit of a curve. My bottom hand rises. There's just a little bit of a curve, so it's a little separated. Now, when we add in the turn of the waist, we have a much more more expanded looking movement. But in reality, our hands aren't that far off. They just seem to travel through space a bit more. Now, when we add the step, footwork will be similar to what we just did. Now, I'm going to come towards the camera just so you can see another important piece of this footwork. We start from an empty step, meaning this front foot can just about go anywhere. It's just floating there. We have all our weight grounded here in the back foot. As I step out, I don't want to just step straight ahead or I end up in a lunge position that's very similar to the warrior pose in yoga. Because Tai Chi was a martial art, we want to have more balance, more stable platform. So we're going to step forward but out to the side a little bit. So that when this toe is pointed, this foot is adjusted so that the toes are pointed about 45 degrees out. 60-40, 60% of the weight as we shift into this position. And as we do, we turn the waist just a little bit. This is considered a splitting motion. We're parting the mane, we're turning and we're splitting our opponent's whoosh. Okay? Now, to get from one side, we're going one direction. We're going to go back. So to do that, the footwork is we shift our weight to the back and we turn our whole body. We can pick up this heel and rotate, shifting our weight. Continue our rotation. Now we have an empty step. We can step out and forward, so we have a little bit of what's known as a channel there. We're pushing forward. There we go. That's the footwork. All right, now let's put it together. Let's pick it up. Let's go back to the very beginning of the form, and we'll pick it up in detail. We'll put the footwork and the arm work together. I will do this mirror image. So if I move that way, feel free to move with me. So I'm moving to my right, you're moving to your left, just like you were watching yourself in a mirror. Here's where we add in the new move. As we shift back, spinning on that heel, we'll let our other hand come up, and this top hand comes under, changing places, embracing the moon, stepping out, parting wild horse's mane, shifting our weight back, spinning the whole body, hands fold over to embrace the moon. So we step out, with a slight turn of the waist, parting wild horse's mane. Now when the arm comes down, notice that it's out here. The elbow doesn't go back too far. It's out away from your hip a little bit. This hand is up about shoulder height. Let's do it 2 more times from start to finish, and then we'll call it a day. And begin. Good. All right, let's do it again. Mirror image. I hope you're enjoying this series. If Tai Chi is something that's starting to plant the hook and get you excited, then please do reach out to us here at the Mount Desert Island YMCA on-demand series. We have a number of options for doing live courses, whether live in person or live on Zoom, so that we get lots of interaction. We do lots of different forms. We just have a lot of fun. It's a small but growing community, and I personally invite you to be part of it. I'm Mark Rice Schoen. My email address to reach out and ask any kind of questions you want about the Y or about the Wellness and Fitness Center, about our fitness programs, and especially about Tai Chi, is Mark, M-A-R-K, at MDI.YMCA.org. Thank you. Enjoy. We'll see you in lesson 4.